Now on CoastTV News.
Splashdown safe and sound, Crew 9 is back on Earth after an unexpected 9-month stay in space. How they finally made it home. Tiny turnout. A small group of protesters gathered outside Purdue's headquarters today. How many people actually showed up? And tighter limits. Milton may crack down on short-term rentals. What could change for homeowners and visitors?
This is CoastTV News at 11.
An unexpectedly long journey finally coming to a close. Good evening. I'm Christina DeRobertis. Welcome to CoastTV News at 11. We begin tonight with NASA astronauts Sunny Williams and Butch Wilmore. The two finally back to Earth after an unexpected 9-month stay in space. The crew of 9 astronauts landed off the coast of Florida today near Tallahassee. Lee Waldman has the latest from the Johnson Space Center in Houston on the journey back to planet Earth.
And splashdown, Crew 9 back on Earth.
A harrowing finish to the end of a long journey. Parachutes deployed, slowing the capsule barreling towards Earth. The crew of 9 astronauts landed off the coast of Tallahassee, Florida.
And SpaceX Freedom, splashdown.
NASA astronaut Nick Hague and Russian cosmonaut Alexander Gorbanov rode alongside Butch Wilmore and Sunny Williams, finally back to Earth. Splashing down Tuesday evening after Butch and Sunny spent more than 285 days aboard the International Space Station. The Boeing Starliner they rode up to space in was deemed unfit for them to return on due to helium leaks and propulsion issues. The pair was able to hitch a ride back home aboard a SpaceX Dragon capsule.
We see main chutes cut. Nick, Alex, Butch, Sunny, on behalf of SpaceX, welcome home.
After their splashdown, recovery vessels zoomed up to the Crew Dragon, standing at the ready after the capsule plunged back into the atmosphere. SpaceX recovery ship named Megan used a large rig to haul the capsule carrying the astronauts out of the water. Afterwards, the crew was slated to be flown to Ellington Field and finally taken here to nearby Johnson Space Center to eventually be reunited with their families.
The big issue is these 2 astronauts missed their families.
The astronauts were originally slated to be away from home for an 8-day mission, but had their timeline extended to 9 months. Back here on Earth, their capsule was greeted by dolphins. At the Johnson Space Center, I'm Lee Waldman.
And according to NASA, the astronauts will undergo an immediate medical screening by a flight surgeon. It's a standard step for astronauts finishing long-duration missions. Closer to home now, the Milton Town Council is seeking an advisory report from the Planning and Zoning Commission for short-term rental regulations in town. Tuesday, the town's Planning and Zoning Commission met to review that report and talk about any fixes they wanted to make before it moves along to the Town Council. CoastTV News reporter Brendan Conroy is live in Milton tonight. Brendan, this would mean a bigger rule book for these short-term rentals.
Christina, the report also says that there should be violations for people who don't abide by some of those short-term rental rules, and that if they got 3 of those, it could result in a suspension of their renting license. And when we spoke to people who live in Milton, it's the same as some of our other coastal towns and cities. Opinions are differing. A few more regulations for short-term rentals could be coming to Milton. That's including having homeowners available in local 24/7, enforcing a maximum person rule for each room in rentals, and restricting any commercial events on rental properties.
I don't think it's a good idea.
Pat Leaf has lived in Delaware for most of her life. She now lives in Milton and says the town does not need short-term rentals at all, but says if they're going to exist, she supports having a minimum stay.
I would say 30 days makes sense. Because if you have someone staying 2 days, you got to clean up after them no matter what they do. So 30 days I would think would be better.
Shane Horvath lives in Milton. Extra rules or not, he thinks it's important for visitors to have options.
You know, people got somewhere, they got to stay somewhere. So, especially if they're coming down for, the beach and all that, got to stay somewhere. So,
making short-term renting in the town of Milton just a little stricter. The report, now approved with its tweaks and fixes, will move to Town Council for further consideration. Reporting live in Milton, Brendan Conroy, CoastTV News.
Brendan, thank you for that. And of course, we have been reporting a lot about short-term rental regulations in the past few weeks. In Ocean City, the town council there just approved a minimum 5-night stay for rentals in residential and mobile home areas. Now, some property owners oppose the change, and they're actually petitioning to reverse it. Also in Ocean City, paid parking is about to come back, but not without controversy. The council was one vote away from getting rid of some free spaces and making them spots you have to pay for. Philadelphia Ave, Somerset Street, and Talbot Street were all in consideration, but the council hit the brakes after some public outcry.
We have lifeguards that live with us during the summer, and they come to work, and it's not easy to find parking. It's pretty big that we have some free parking here.
The Ocean City Council is planning to revisit this idea, though. Officials say there's going to be a work session about adding more paid parking spots sometime in the future. Let's take a live look outside into Ocean City now. Our First Alert Chief Meteorologist Paul Williams is going to join us for a check on the weather. Hey, Paul.
Hey, Christina, and hey, everybody else. We have actually a great deal of clearing that's happening right now, with temperature dropping down to 42 degrees. Now, a bona fide chill for these last, couple of days of winter still in the air at this present time, especially with the winds pushing out of the north, but relatively mild for right now as far as our weather is concerned. And we're going to stay in the lower 40s with mostly clear skies for the rest of the night. We've actually dropped in temperature. We're 9 degrees cooler in Ocean City, about the same where we were from this time yesterday in Georgetown. But overall, we're going to be bracing for cool conditions and breezy conditions kicking in as well. We'll have more on your full forecast coming up in a moment. Till then, back to you, Christina.
Thanks so much, Paul. Well, the Delaware State House passed House Bill 140 today. It's the End-of-Life Options Act. It would allow medical aid in dying for terminally ill patients with 6 months or less to live. And you might remember a similar bill passed through both chambers of the General Assembly last session, but it was ultimately vetoed by then-Governor John Carney. The bill now heads to the Senate. A new development will go on the site of a historic school. About 100 years ago, the DuPont schools educated African American and Native American students in Delaware during a time when segregation was legal. There are 90 schools throughout the entire state, and that's including one in Long Neck. That former school and current abandoned home will now be removed for a new subdivision called Creekside. According to developers, the school will be commemorated with a place marker. Still, development makes some locals sad.
If we keep having major builders and realtors on our Sussex Council, things will never change. We can protest all we want, disagree with what they're doing, but they'll still pass it because of the money that's involved. It's all about the money.
Now, on March 25th, the plans for Creekside go in front of Sussex County Council. In Lewis, Pilot Town Road could soon be carved up into 8 single-family lots called Roosevelt Landing. The Lewis Planning Commission set to review the final subdivision plan at a meeting tomorrow night. More than 100 years ago, though, dating all the way back to 1919, the land became home to the Lewis Dairy. But for the past several years, the building has been empty and the property looks like this, what you see on your screen. Some people who live nearby say they're sad to see the dairy go, but also that they're fine with a development of this size.
At least that's small, not going to create that much traffic, and not like some of the larger building areas. I hated to see the dairy leave, really, because had been there for so long, but everything changes.
And the Planning Commission could issue a recommendation to the mayor and city council, who will then hold a public hearing and make a final decision on the subdivision plan. That's tomorrow night at 6:30 in Lewis. And this brings us to our Coast TV poll tonight. We want to know, how should Lewis honor the history of Lewis Dairy? Let's take a look at the results. And 72% saying a historical marker would be nice there. 16% say no tribute is needed. 7% or 5% saying community space or a museum exhibit. We want to know what you think, though. It's definitely not too late to vote. You can go vote on CoastTV.com or use our mobile app, and we'll have updated results online. Well, a small group of protesters set up outside of Purdue's headquarters near Salisbury today. The group Direct Action Everywhere is protesting alleged animal abuse at a Purdue subsidiary in Northern California. A Purdue spokesperson says the group's allegations are false and that Purdue has been a leader in animal welfare. Just 3 protesters were there around noon today, and the group says it wants to see an end to all animal agriculture.
Protest or demonstration, whatever you want to call it here, the 3 of us on the side of the road shouldn't impact anyone's life. We're just here with a message of peace and compassion for animals and the environment.
We operate under transparency. We've spoken with associates. We met with them last week to let them know what to expect. We talked to local elected officials to let them know what might be happening. We've been working with local law enforcement as well. So we want to be completely transparent because we didn't know what was going to happen.
Now, the DXC group says the protest will continue through Saturday there in Wicomico County. And we are just getting started this evening. Still to come, gates are going up. Kent County Parks getting some new security measures. But first, boosting EMS response with some brand new stations where they're being built.
Your Bay forecast in Cambridge, 65 on Wednesday, 67 and cloudy on Thursday. Much cooler and much breezier for us on Friday. Your full forecast coming up in just 60 seconds.
What if your morning was just easier? At Wawa,
Good morning.
it is. With everything you need to get your day moving. Mornings made easy. Gotta have a Wawa.
Did you know taking Zysol at night relieves allergies while you sleep? So you wake refreshed for a more productive day. Get 24-hour continuous relief that does not fade. Be wise all, take Zysol at night.
Search for a really strong glue that's clear. Sorry, I didn't get that. Clear glue. Clear Gorilla Glue.
Of course. Gorilla Glue strength in a crystal clear formula. For the toughest jobs on planet Earth.
Why settle for any meal deal when you can have one you really want? Wawa's $5 Big Breakfast Deal gets you any Sizzly breakfast sandwich, any size hot or iced coffee, and a hash brown, all for just $5. Now featuring our new French Toast Sizzly. Mornings made easy. Gotta have a Wawa.
By the time we got to the afternoon, the sunshine worked in our favor and gave us quite a treat, a spring-like feel to the air, and temperatures well above the norm for this time of the year. We're expecting that for the next couple of days to kick off spring. Then we're going to get a little taste of winter before it's all said and done. Yes, just back and forth is how we're going, okay? Irish Eyes camera right now, we're looking at 42 degrees for us actually in Lewis. And we're looking at the temperature of 42 down to 41 for us by the 3 o'clock under mostly clear skies. We're up to 9 degrees cooler than we were 24 hours ago. We're right about at the same for us actually in Georgetown. Temperatures in the 40. We're at 40 degrees right now in Rehoboth as well as Bethany Beach. It's 36 degrees right now in Ocean Pines, 40 right now in Milton as well as Redden. We have a gale wind watch in effect. Now, this is for along the entire coastal region from Lewis to Ocean View down to Fenwick Island, watching out for about 35-mile-per-hour winds. This is also inclusive of areas like Ocean City, Gulf Islands, as well as down towards Chincoteague and around the entire Delmarva Peninsula. So breezy conditions will kick in, especially on Friday, okay? Clear for now. We'll drop down to 38 in Milton. Overnight, Milford and Redden will hit 36 degrees in Delmar and in Seaford. So the chill is still in the air. So we'll start off that chilly just at sunrise. And by the way, sunrise is usually when we get the lowest temperature anyway, just before the sun comes up. And so we'll progress to about 62 in Milford, 52 in Rehoboth. Thursday, we start off very cloudy with winds out of the south. By lunchtime, temperatures near the 60-degree mark. We'll briefly see some spot showers begin to kick in for us by 8 o'clock, and then it'll move rather rapidly. So because of the rapid movement, they could be a little intense when they hit. Thursday, by the afternoon, we're going to be in the mid-40s in Snow Hill and Newark, and then the same amount of rain is going to slide through Highway 113 between 8 and 9:30. Very short period of time, very short-lived storm, actually. Winds are going to begin to change up for us. Thursday, coming out of the south for us, and then we go into Thursday by 8 o'clock. And then we're seeing about 29 to 32 mile-per-hour winds that'll kick in. And then switching directions totally for Friday, much colder and much windier, 33 to 34 miles per hour, and the winds coming out of the north. So it's drier, colder, and more aggressive and more of an Arctic feel to that air by then. Precipitation holding off till we get to Thursday. And another one of our models, take a look at a different model. Everybody's looking pretty congruent together, saying we're going to get that evening shower activity instead of, let's say, that which would happen in the afternoon. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast. First day of spring is Thursday. Friday's going to feel like winter. Sorry about that. Then we're going to bounce back to spring on Saturday, winter on Sunday, and rainy on Monday.
A lot of back and forth. Okay, thank you for that, Paul. Well, new EMS facilities will soon find their homes in Kent County. County leaders are planning 2 new buildings. One will go in Harrington, one will go in Frederica. Groundbreaking ceremonies were held today for both of the facilities, and officials say altogether they're going to cost roughly $5 million and will reduce response times in those areas and provide paramedics with improved equipment.
Drive-through bays, we have state-of-the-art technology that we're going to be providing for the paramedics. We'll have in-station monitors that will be able to project current events throughout the county, training events, and other important information.
Officials say those new facilities are expected to be completed by the end of this year. Also in Kent County, the Parks and Rec Department says there's plans to install automatic gates at county parks. That's including Big Oak Park in Smyrna, Browns Branch Park in Houston, Brecknock Park in Camden, and Tidbury Creek Park in Dover. Officials say those gates will also have security cameras, and they're expected to be installed in the coming weeks. Still ahead tonight, closing time. Nearly 100 Dollar General stores are shutting their doors. What's behind the move?
Welcome to Beach Barrels. No matter where you're from, everyone is a local. Fun times and good vibes await with a wide variety of craft brews, plus our award-winning Primo Hoagies made fresh daily. Dance the night away at the best live music venue in Ocean City. And there's never a bad seat to catch your favorite sports team. Dine in or relax on our outside deck with comfortable seating and beautiful palm trees for a cozy, tropical atmosphere. Beach Barrels open 10 a.m. to 2 a.m. at 132nd and Coastal Highway.
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota. Imagine the hidden gems you'll find. Sweet.
Ribs, please.
Imagine all the dust you'll kick up.
Yeah. Easy. Fine.
Imagine the memories you'll make.
Yeah.
And some you'd like to forget.
Buy a Grand Highlander with special APR financing for up to 72 months. Or get low APR financing when you buy an adventure-ready RAV4.
Go from dreaming it to driving it today.
Toyota. Let's go places.
In your home, every drop of water matters. It's not just H2O, it's health and home comfort. At FHFERP, we take your plumbing personally. For just $29, let us be your home's water experts. We'll scrutinize every pipe to ensure reliability and purity right from the tap. Because we believe water is the lifeblood of your home, we're adding a free water quality test, ensuring your water is as clean and as safe as possible.
Call FHFERP. FHFERP.com.
Surface Solutions is rolling across Delmarva, providing the best asphalt and concrete installation for your home or business. Our professional team is transforming the asphalt industry with an impeccable reputation for quality. We guarantee a timely response, unparalleled customer service, and a detailed free estimate in days, not weeks. Call the exterior surface specialists at Surface Solutions and ask about our special financing rates as low as 0%.
Call the professionals at Surface Solutions and discover the difference.
This is CoastTV News at 11.
Dollar General is planning to close nearly 100 stores across the nation in the first quarter of this year. In addition to closing 96 Dollar General stores, the company will also shutter 45 of its Pop Shelf stores. The company will also convert 6 Pop Shelf stores to Dollar General locations. And the closures represent less than 1% of the company's overall store base. According to Dollar General's website, it runs more than 20,000 Dollar Generals, DG Market, DGX, and Pop Shelf stores in 48 states. Well, Nestle is recalling some of its frozen Stouffer's and lean cuisine meals over a potential wood-like material. The meals being recalled are lean cuisine butternut squash ravioli, spinach artichoke ravioli, and lemon garlic shrimp stir fry, as well as Stouffer's party-sized chicken lasagna. The meals were distributed at major U.S. retailers between September 2024 and this month. You can return the meals to the store they were bought from for a replacement or a refund. Well, spring is on the way. It's almost April, and pollen exposure is picking up nationwide. Now, a nonprofit has named which U.S. cities are allergy capitals. Tuesday, the Asthma and Allergy Foundation of America released its report saying the most problematic regions for allergy sufferers are in the Midwest and the Southeast. Wichita, Kansas landed in the top spot for a third year in a row. The report cites Wichita's higher than average tree and grass pollen. New Orleans came in second place, followed by Oklahoma City. The Northeast has some of the least problematic cities for those with allergies. Well, economic uncertainty, high-profile layoffs, and deep cuts to the federal workforce have sent many Americans who are job hunting and scammers have found new ways and new tools to take advantage of these times. Karen Kafa is in Washington with what you need to know.
Scammers keep up with the times, and with a lot of job cuts in the headlines, consumer advocates say job hunters need to protect themselves.
We're seeing a lot of layoffs in the news now, so people really need to be on guard.
Job scams were already on the rise. The Federal Trade Commission said reports of job scams and fake employment agencies nearly tripled between 2020 and 2024. And the Better Business Bureau also ranked job scams among their riskiest scams of last year, with consumers more likely to lose money or experience identity theft. Among red flags the BBB has seen recently, unsolicited phone calls, texts, and emails about job opportunities, conducting interviews via text, and refusing phone or video chat. Fast job offers that ask for Social Security and banking information under the guise of setting up direct deposit, and work-from-home jobs that involve receiving and reshipping packages, potentially illegally obtained goods. BBB spokesperson Melanie McGovern says taking time to research a company can help job hunters avoid costly mistakes.
The best thing to do whenever you come across a job listing, if it's on a third-party site, even if it's a trusted site, go to that employer's homepage. Not through the link that is provided, but go do a search for that company.
In Washington, I'm Karen Kafa.
Coming up in sports, an Eagles legend hangs up his cleats, and we look ahead to the men's basketball NCAA tournament. And speaking of the tournament, find out if the odds are in your favor betting on March Madness.
And here's a look at the madness that is indeed the ultimate golf fan. We're looking for fair conditions for tomorrow, warming up to 65 degrees.
Download the free CoastTV First Alert Weather app today.
Give your home that brand new house feel with a spring refresh from Spicer Brothers Construction. From top quality roofing, siding, windows, doors, and gutters, we can handle all your exterior renovations, installed by professional experts, built to last a lifetime.
And with our price match guarantee and done right guarantee, you can have total peace of mind. Right now, save 25% on your entire Refresh Your Home project. Plus, with our Home Shield Protection Package, know your home is covered year-round.
Spicer Brothers, because you deserve the best.
Sometimes it's not just about finding the right vehicle. It's about loving the deal. And when a deal feels made just for you, it's an IG Burton Toyota deal.
Everybody loves a Burton deal.
During the Ready, Set, Go event, get new Camrys for $279 a month and RAV4s for $339 a month. Plus,
nobody gives you more for your trade than IG Burton. Nobody.
Visit us today. And remember,
I've needed a new left hip for about 15 years. The last 2 cortisone shots I got were bone on bone, and they didn't last 6 months. They lasted maybe a month. I was in a lot of pain. The staff at the Joint Surgery Center at Atlantic General Hospital were incredibly helpful. I was back to work 2 days short of a month, which I found amazing. You learn to trust people when you get good care.
Start your journey to relief today. Atlantic General Hospital, expert care every day.
Fall in love with safety and reliability at Gateway Subaru during the Subaru A Lot to Love event. From rain and snow to sunny skies, Subaru's legendary symmetrical all-wheel drive has you covered through any weather. Right now, take home a new 2025 Subaru Outback and take advantage of great financing rates as low as 1.9%. Stop by today to pre-order the all-new 2025 Subaru Forester Hybrid, designed for tomorrow. Gateway Subaru, just minutes from the beaches in the heart of Delmarva. Higher standards.
When choosing windows and doors for your home, at Pella, it's your choice. We manufacture maintenance-free vinyl, fiberglass, and wood-clad windows and patio doors, all with lifetime warranties. High performance, energy efficient, and loaded with options to help make your house your home. Industry-first features and benefits make living easier and increase your home's value. Visit our Experience Center or call us today to schedule your free in-home consultation, where we bring the showroom to you.
Frontier Airlines is offering a free checked bag on certain flights this summer. In a statement released Tuesday, Frontier CEO said this can be considered the ultimate, quote, divorce your old airline deal. Last week, Southwest announced an end to its longtime policy of 2 free checked bags. Frontier officials say customer response will help determine if its free service will become permanent. But this is important. People who want to take advantage of the deal, you must book a trip by March 24th. Many Audi employees will soon be looking elsewhere for employment. Volkswagen announced it will eliminate around 7,500 positions in Germany before the end of the decade. According to the automaker's website, this move affects nearly 9% of Audi's worldwide workforce. Officials say the job cuts will save the company more than $1 billion. Audi is planning to invest nearly $9 billion into German plants to increase manufacturing of electric vehicles. Well, March Madness kicks off this week. The first rounds of the men's and women's tournaments get underway. And in today's Consumer Watch, Jen Sullivan breaks down the odds of picking a perfect bracket.
It's something that's never been done, according to the NCAA, picking a perfect bracket. Think you can bust that statistic this year? The odds of picking all 64 games correctly is 1 in, yeah, that's a lot of numbers. 9.2 quintillion. But if you know a little bit about basketball, your odds are better. 1 in 120.2 billion, according to the NCAA. Despite those despicable odds, the NCAA says 60 to 100 million brackets are filled out every year. And typically they're free, so anyone can do it, making it even more fun to participate.
It's the underdogs who will win the games. It's the unknown. It's the pace of the games. It's a action-packed 3 weeks.
Lori Kalani with sports betting website DraftKings says they see a surge in business during March Madness.
It's an extremely busy time of year.
The American Gaming Association estimates Americans will legally wager $3.1 billion on the men's and women's college basketball tournaments this year. That's up from $2.7 billion last year. Sports betting is now legal in 39 states, and it's become a multi-billion-dollar industry and continues to grow.
Certainly the smartphones have made everything more accessible, but with technology have come great opportunities to really play responsibly.
Kalani says DraftKings has tools to help players set limits and budgets on their bets. March is also National Problem Gambling Awareness Month, a reminder to gamble responsibly. For Consumer Watch, I'm Jen Sullivan.
Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
We are just days away from one of the most exciting basketball tournaments of the year. The NCAA men's basketball tournament officially kicked off tonight with the first 4, but the true action begins this Thursday. And with it comes DSN's 2025 Basketball Bracket Challenge. If you think you can pick a perfect bracket, join our contest for a chance at prizes if your bracket is in the top 3. First place will win a $200 Wawa gift card. Second place earns a $100 gift card. And third place takes home a $50 Wawa gift card. Myself, along with DSN's Tim Nolan, Kayla Santiago, Michelle Roberts, and Patrick Cassett, will make our own brackets that you can compare with and go up against. So head over to DelmarvaSportsNetwork.com and click the Bracket Challenge tab, and you can make your selections there. And in the NFL, Eagles legend and former Michigan Wolverine star Brandon Graham officially announced his retirement from the NFL this afternoon. The 15-year NFL vet goes out as a two-time Super Bowl champion with the Birds. The edge rusher goes down as the longest tenured Eagle in franchise history, playing a record 218 games. Graham was one of the heroes in Super Bowl 52, strip-sacking Tom Brady late in the game to clinch the victory. This season, he came back early from a torn tricep injury to play in Super Bowl 59, another Eagles win. Congrats to BG on a successful career. That'll do it for sports. Have a great night, everyone.
When we come back tonight, we'll tell you about a new train station built in just 6 hours. See how Japan is making that happen.
Coast TV News can be heard on Coast Country.
Your local Ford dealer presents America's all-time best-selling SUV, Ford Explorer. The rugged and capable Bronco family. The fun, fuel-efficient Ford Escape. And the spirited all-electric Mustang Mach-E. Want more? See your local Ford dealer. Get $3,000 cash back on Bronco and Bronco Sport, plus up to $2,000 Conquest cash for Jeep owners.
Hi, this is Amber Brazier. Welcome to Brazier's Carpet Care. Drop off your rugs today or have us pick them up and let our state-of-the-art cleaning plant do the rest. Many methods are used to clean rugs, from air dusting to remove fine soil to soaking in our whirlpool. Hand-knotted rugs are carefully washed, rinsed with cold water and wrung out, followed by a trip through the centrifuge before entering our controlled temperature drying room. We also repair all types of rugs from braided to hand-knotted. Quality cleaning by people who care. That's Brazier's Carpet Care.
This March at Holly Kia, we're celebrating Kia Madness.
Don't worry about a bracket. The Kia lineup offers something for everyone.
Right now, enjoy the Holly Kia Advantage,
which includes tires for life on all new purchases.
Take advantage of 1.9% for 60 months.
On 2025 Sportage and Sorrento models in stock.
And don't forget to ask about our loyalty program.
Plus, we'll take any trade and give you up to 120% more than Kelley Blue Book Fair Market Trade.
So celebrate Kia Madness
at Holly Kia in Shelbyville and Felton.
And remember, Jim wants to see you in a Holly Kia.
Hey, Mildred, you ready for our weekly Twister match? Help! 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 Linda, I've slipped and I can't get up. Mercy, Mildred. Swirl me in bubbles and call me a jacuzzi. I told you should have called Peninsula Bath.
At Peninsula Bath, your safety is our #1 priority because we believe in baths without bruises and showers without surprises.
I'm no longer scared to use my shower. Thank you, Peninsula Bath.
Peninsula Bath, ready when you are.
Is that our luggage rack?
Fix that thing. Gorilla Tape.
Of course.
Double thick adhesive for a hold that lasts for the toughest jobs on planet Earth. And for a clear fix, try Crystal Clear Gorilla Tape.
Choice Privileges makes it easy to earn points and maximize any vacation. You can earn reward nights fast and redeem at over 7,400 hotels. Maximized. Get double points on all stays when you book direct.
Check this out. Workers in Japan are expected to take just 6 hours to assemble the world's first 3D printed train station. The station structure measures roughly 108 square feet, and according to West Japan Railway, it will be located about 60 miles south of Osaka. It will replace a weathered wooden complex. Structural components will be prefabricated with 3D printing technology before they're ferried to the site where they will be assembled, and work is going to begin on March 25th.
Take a look at our dry tech crawl space camera, and we're looking at Ocean City at 43 degrees, and we're going to drop to 41 with mostly clear skies by the 3 o'clock hour. We have gale wind watches in effect along the entire coastal region of the entire Delmarva Peninsula, bracing for about 25-mile-per-hour winds. Our umbrella giveaway winner, Kathy Dorothy of Ocean View. Congratulations, courtesy of Paul Davis Restoration Home Remodeling. If you want to keep up with your forecast with our telephone line, just call 443-880-9100. Your forecast is just a call away, sponsored by the law offices of Bruckstedt, Mandalis, and Federico. Now, as far as what's happening with your exclusive 10-day forecast, bottom line is this. Wednesday, we're expecting a good deal of sunshine early. Then we'll see cloud cover bulking up later on, leaning into cloud cover for Thursday. There will be a chance of rain for Thursday, but it'll mainly be after the sun goes down. 67 degrees for the high. Then much colder and breezier conditions on Friday. Listen, between Thursday and Friday, it'll be a warm start to spring and a cold, very cold and uncomfortable feeling second day of spring.
All right, noted. Thank you, Paul. And thanks for joining us for Coast TV News at 11. For some more local news and local weather, you can download our Coast TV News app. The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon is up next, and we'll see you tomorrow morning for Coast TV News at 5 a.m. Have a great night.